Welcome to another episode of Smart Tips. I'm Jeff Gonzalez, and today I'm going to walk us through how we can link records after a form submission. Oftentimes, folks have things like requests coming into a table via a form, and we want to tie those requests to a person record that exists in a table of people. How is it that we can facilitate that experience without allowing them to see everybody who has the ability to submit those requests and choosing their own name? Let's jump in and see. All right, today we're working out of our personnel management template solution. You'll find this solution in our template gallery. When you add it to your workspace, you'll see a number of additional tables that I don't have shown here. I've purposely hidden them because they don't necessarily relate to what we're going to show today. And then I added a new table, and I called it requests. Important to know that you can add things on top of existing template solutions or take things away, of course. In this case, I added a new table for requests because what I want to do is I want to relate a person in my people table to a request automatically. I'm going to need them to submit some kind of information telling me who they are. And in this case, that's going to be the field titled WID or work ID, where it's a 5-character unique identifier that says who they are, right? These are going to exactly match on people and requests so that we can say, this is the person who requested it automatically. As you can see, my WID is 00021. So in requests, when we're collecting these, we're going to do so via a form. I added a handful of example fields, like a single select field saying this is the area in which they're going to be requesting something. And then here's a brief description of said request. We have different status buckets, and then I can look up the email address from my submitter to be able to provide them automatic updates as we go through our approval process if required. Let's open up that form view. And again, I do not have my submitter in here as a field to choose from because I don't want them to see a list of every single person and select themselves. A great example of this is oftentimes I'll work with customers who have external stakeholders who are submitting a form, and they don't want them to be able to see every other external stakeholder or every other customer that goes through this process. I want to provide them a way to tell me who they are and then let automations in SmartSuite do the rest. What does that look like in our automation experience? I open this up here. Our trigger is when a form is submitted. And what do we want to do after that form is submitted in requests is I want to find a single record. Very important to toggle this to a single record because we're going to use this one record that we find in our very next step. And the conditions are, I want you to match the WID that is on our people table to the WID that is in the request that was submitted. And then the next step is I want you to update a record. Which record do I want you to update? I want you to update the triggering record here in requests. I want you to update the submitter field, which is our linked record over to our table of people. And then I want to include not a field from our trigger, I want to include a field from the one record that we found in people. Now, when you're trying to link records to each other via automations, important to know that you always use the title field to be able to stamp that value and create that linked relationship. You can tell a title field is a title field based on this icon that you see here on the left-hand side. As soon as we save this automation, we're now ready to go. So let's go ahead and see this form in action. Let's submit a new one. I'm going to say 00021. I need more equipment. And the description, I need more equipment. Straight to the point. Let's include one more exclamation mark. Submit it. And when we come in here to our grid view, I see the work ID, area, description, and now it just linked me as a submitter to this request. Our automation works. I hope this is helpful. I hope you can find a way to implement this in your own solutions. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. And thanks for watching.